thing we're going to do, Vahash has volunteered to do a character introduction.
Hmm.
So, let me pop you up. Here you are, and if you could pronounce that whole name as well at some point.
Okay.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, show's yours.
Uh, Not a problem. Thank you. Yes, I will be playing Mei'tahor Vahash, a high elf monk wizard who initially, as a monk, discovered that the where he was at, what he was protecting or looking after, was an obelisk that essentially had a lot to do with magic because his order, I guess, originally was the one that has the four elements, but he felt that they needed to learn more about actual magic and how it actually worked directly. So he managed to, as it turned out, the obelisk was about to be destroyed due to a mistake that happened from the new monk that had arrived there. And so he managed to save a piece of it, which is his focus. That's the what he's holding in his hand, and went on to continue to learn magic to uh, better himself and try to um, basically protect the world. It's kind of a quick synopsis.
That's a quick version. You didn't
Yeah.
mention protect the world against what?
Oh, uh, uh, well, a great evil that is basically what initially caused um, the obelisk to exist in the first place.
Yeah, wasn't it holding some entity?
Yes, yes.
And total out of character, nobody would ever even know. But didn't Vahash have something to do with actually busting the obelisk?
Yes, he did. Because the person that had came there, um, uh, yeah. How did I explain it? I forgot. I got the story here somewhere, and I don't know what I did with it. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
think it's on the forum. That's no problem. That's fine. That's plenty.
It's been
We
so
can.
long.
I know. I'm. Yeah, I remember bits and pieces. And
Hmm.
that little square you've got there, I always thought it kind of looked like a tesseract, but
Yeah, it kind of is a
it's like a
tesseract,
fourth
which
dimensional thing.
exactly. I was kind of used it like a Rubik's cube
Yeah,
kind of
it never really
thing.
has a static shape kind of thing.
Hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Exactly.
And so you don't. I know I asked you before, and I forget what you said. Do you have the beard, or you don't have the beard? Because I know you're a high elf.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he kept the beard
Okay,
because being a
that's
hermit
right.
for so long, it was out there in the woods. It didn't really. He kind of
That's right.
went to the wild elf kind of deal. but
There you go.
but yeah.
Any bonds or flaws you want to share?
Oh yeah, and let's see here. He has a familiar by the name of Billow,
Let me pop Billow
who
up.
he's essentially developed a long-standing relationship with. Um, he unfortunately did lose him once, but did manage to bring him back since it is a spell,
Hmm.
and he takes great pride in trying to make sure that he keeps him safe. As far as his personality, he's utterly serene as his personality, even in the face of disaster. Um, he's oblivious to etiquette and social expectations. His ideal um, is emotions must not cloud our sense of what is right and true to our logical thinking. So think kind of like a Vulcan.
Yep.
Um, let's see here. His bond is my isolation gave me great insight into a great evil that only I can destroy. And then his flaw is I'd risk too much to uncover a lost bit of knowledge. So he's always in
Cool.
search of knowledge, regardless of the consequences.
Yep. Or risk. Cool.
Hmm.
Cool. And you don't wear armor, right? Just robes.
No, no, he goes around pretty much. I mean, he's extremely agile,
Hmm.
and his monk training has also helped him to gain a very high ability to basically avoid damage.
Yep.
Um, his preferred weapon is a spear that he tends to use, and then of course he casts lots and spells.
Yeah, I remember the last time he played, he did a pretty cool front somersault flip over the heads of some bad guys and then threw a lightning bolt. Killed a
Yeah.
bunch of people. That was a pretty cool scene.
Yep.
That's a pretty cool mix. All right.
Mhm.
Anything else you want to say about Vahash?
Um, let's see here. I guess the last thing I can kind of add in there, as far as like his spells go, is he does use a lot of ritual spells. So, he
Yeah,
often,
talk about
almost
that.
always will have. He's very utilitarian. So he always has like his tensor's floating disk, because he always feels like you never know. He likes to be prepared for whatever the situation may cause. And amazingly enough, almost every adventure where he's had his disc and his unseen servant, um, they've proven to be useful.
They
which
have.
you know which is crazy, but they have proven to be quite useful, and even during battle.
Yep. High intelligence monk. He's ready for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, you have put your unseen servant to pretty good use. Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
and we got the same thing. Dondarrion's got